Welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, October 31st, 2024. I am Jennifer Richardson with the details. Final preparations are underway for the hosting of the first ever Cannabis Festival in SVG. The three-day festival, beginning tomorrow, will be held at the Arnesville Sporting Complex. Chief Executive Officer of the Medical Cannabis Authority, Dr. Gerald Thompson, said close to 30 booths will display medicinal products, including marijuana.
Inviting the public to come down and to see the expo. And at various times of the day, in the media center, we can have sessions for the public where things are going to be put over in a more simple format. Not so much the professional expert, but in simple format, so they could understand about not only cannabis, but other medicinal plants. We're doing a display of medicinal plants that persons be able to see. Medicinal plants that you did not know about were being used in other parts of the world and probably even St. Vincent for medicinal purposes. And additionally, that is a traditional cultivators village. This festival is about inclusion, where we've teamed up with the people from the ITIL Festival, and they're going to be displaying some of their craft and their art and their drumming and their foods, their cuisine. I like ITIL foods too. Of course, there's going to be other foods. So we're inviting the public to come down to this part of the expo. It's free. You don't have to register or anything like that.
Dr. Thompson stated that while medicinal products will be on display, a key component of the festival is educating people about cannabis and other medicinal products, as many overseas groups are expected to attend.
We have professionals, doctors, lawyers, other individuals who are coming in from other islands and from St. Vincent and Grenadines to get a series of professional lectures on the medicinal use of cannabis and also the legal aspects about it. We have close to about maybe 25 Vincentian doctors, pharmacists, 10 pharmacists, people from the community college, from the technical college and so forth, policemen who are going to be descending a contingent, they're going to be here to attend these lectures. And we have persons coming in there's a large delegation from Grenada, from Antigua, from St. Lucia, from Barbados, and also from St. Kitts. Number of people, and we have a large amount of persons also from Jamaica. And we have lecturers coming in from Holland, the UK, Canada. Matter of fact, from Canada, the notable Vincentian, who's the chairman of the Canadian Cannabinoid Society. His name is Hans Clark, hails from Leu, a pain specialist, a pain doctor.
SVGTV News also spoke with a local cannabis cultivator who expressed excitement about participating in the festival.
So by tomorrow this should be all ready?
Well, I'm trying to get my part finished, right? Yeah, this is my style here. These are my workmen. So we're just trying to get the thing organized so that tomorrow when you come, we just come with our stuff and put them there. It's a years now I've been waiting for this, you know. Yeah, years now I've been waiting for this because I've been in the business for over 30 years. And then I never get the rights to do something like this. So I appreciate what's happening, you know. We're going to advertise like the tobacco, some medical marijuana, and we have some wine, some marijuana wine, and some other local wine like fruits wine.
One of several Rastafarian groups will be represented by Queen Ashiba Trotman of Barbados. Trotman anticipates a great showcase and looks forward to gaining knowledge from local cannabis growers and cultivators.
It is very important because we in the region have always seen St. Vincent as one of the leading traditional growers of the cannabis industry, and I'm sure St. Vincent has a lot to share with the baby islands like us who are now coming on board. You know, things are now becoming more open. As Rastafari has said, it is medical, it has always been medical. You know, so my whole thing is to see the merger for the small farmers, for the traditional growers, and for Rastafari as well.
The three-day Cannabis Festival will wrap up on Sunday, November 3rd, with a show featuring Jamaican artist Christopher Martin. Hurricane Beryl's economic aftermath, the impact of uninsured and underinsured properties on SVG's recovery, was the focus of a conference hosted today by the Insurance Association of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The conference, held at the Grenadine House Conference Room, was attended by representatives from insurance companies, insurance brokerages, the Financial Services Authority, FSA, the banking industry, and other stakeholders. Delivering the opening remarks, President of the Insurance Association, Joel Gareth, emphasized the importance of insurance companies coming together to address the challenges they face.
This year, when we were voted in for the 2023-2024 executive, our goal was mainly to bring the insurance industry together, because we're not together. We're not fighting together. We're not working together. We're not having that cohesiveness that we need. It's like you're there in your little building and you're doing your own thing, and it's okay for you, but it's not okay because this insurance industry don't need us to be divided. It needs us to be united in order for us to. Well, we know there's so many different issues when it comes to the insurance industry that we're facing now that we need to deal with, and coming up soon there will be more problems coming in, and one insurance company can't fix these problems. It needs the money, and that is why we decided to have 2 years of more uniting the body together. And I must say thank you for all the effort that you as managers will push for our little events that we may have from time to time.
The guest speaker at the conference was Director General of Finance and Planning, Edmund Jackson. Speaking on the topic of the Hurricane Beryl's economic aftermath, Jackson pointed out that while the economy of SVG has grown over the past 30 years, it has also faced setbacks due to economic losses from natural disasters. In light of recent events, including the volcanic eruptions in April 2021 and Hurricane Beryl in July this year, Jackson cited the UNDP Post-Disaster Needs Assessment report, which provides an overview of the damage and economic loss resulting from these natural disasters.
For the volcanic eruptions in 2021, the PDNA assessed the damage and loss to be $634.65 million. $634.65 million. And that represented just under 29% of the GDP. So think about it. In 2021, 29 cents of every dollar of goods and services we produce in the economy was lost by the impact of the volcanic eruption. That's nearly 1/3, all right? That's significant. Now, the losses, the economic losses were assessed at $218.6 million, and the damage, $416.1 million. Now, incidentally, all of these reports are on the government portal, gov.vc. It's on the headline banner. You can see the report from the grade and barrel there. The PDNA is there. You have to do research and publication, so that information is online. All right. Hurricane Beryl. The World Bank grade is the only report we have now completed. We are in the process of finalizing the PDNA, and I'm looking forward to receiving it in the next couple of weeks. It's taken a bit of time because they're doing both St. Vincent and Grenada at the same time. So the same resources are deployed for the two countries that we'd appreciate. This was extracted from the report from the World Bank on a kind of description, spatial impact of, not necessarily spatial, but the impact on categories of developments, residential, non-residential, infrastructure, and agriculture. In essence, their estimate of the damage from Beryl is $230.6 million US. Significant, but this method of damage assessment does not assess economic loss.
Jackson further noted that as of September this year, the total debt associated with recovery and rehabilitation from natural disasters in SVG amounted to $750.36 million.
the total debt outstanding of these 55 loans associated with recovery and rehabilitation was $750 million, right? Now, that represents about 37% of our external debt stock, because all of these loans are external debt, and it's about 27% of our total public debt. So it's not a number to sneeze at. It is significant. And the debt service associated with this consumes about 3% of our public revenue. All right? So the cost of recovery is significant. But what it also does, it reduces our forward trajectory for development. Because every time we move forward, we move back. We have to try and come back to zero before we go again. And what we have observed over the years is that at least on average, every year we have about 1% of GDP impact from natural disasters, on average, over a long period of time. And that is part of the reason the government decided to implement a couple of things, and we'll come to that. So the debt service cost is significant, and the fiscal costs are also significant, because the more money we spend on disaster recovery, the less we have to do with other things.
The Insurance Association of St. Vincent and the Grenadines stated that the conference aligns with their goal to educate and provide mitigating strategies on a critical issue to all stakeholders and the Vincentian public in general. Taiwan's Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Dr. Lin Chia-Lung, has stated that the collaboration between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the Republic of Taiwan has been growing over the past 4 decades in various areas. Dr. Lin, who was in St. Vincent for a 2-day visit, addressed the opening of the Farmers Training Facility at Orange Hill on Sunday, October 27, 2024. He emphasized that this collaboration is crucial for both countries moving forward.
Looking ahead, production, we have to address a growing number of challenges, including climate change, resources limitation, and labor. Moreover, the passage of the Hurricane Beryl on July 1st causes severe damage to this country. Immediately following the disaster, Taiwan dispatched agricultural experts to assist in the recovery, prioritizing the restoration of seeding, production, and supporting the Ministry of Agriculture in promoting its national food drive, backyard gardening.
Dr. Lin also highlighted food security as a pressing issue that needs to be addressed. He announced the introduction of an agricultural program set to launch in 2025, a collaboration between the two governments.
This has ensured food security for local communities. In 2025, Taiwan will launch agricultural cooperation program with St. Vincent and the Grenadines, focusing on the introduction of small agricultural technologies. And this will focus in particular on the integration of the Internet of Things into the agricultural sector and the vertical farming technologies. These advancements will improve agricultural productivity while bolstering young people's engagement in agriculture, which will further modernize the agricultural sector. And Orange Hill Biotechnology Center will further become a regional hub for agricultural training and development.
The Industry Department in the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, Fisheries, Rural Transformation, Industry and Labor hosted a one-day workshop on bookkeeping or record keeping tailored specifically for small business owners at the Telecommunications Conference Room. The department says the workshop was designed to provide 12 small grant recipients with essential record-keeping knowledge and practical skills to enhance the financial management of their business. Facilitated by Madonna Johnson of the Center for Enterprise Development, the CED, the session covered key areas of basic bookkeeping, helping participants understand the principles of tracking expenses, managing income, and maintaining accurate financial records. Johnson said the foundational knowledge of record keeping is intended to support these business owners in making sound financial decisions and ensuring business growth. The Industry Department is tasked with facilitating industrial and private sector development in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As part of its mandate, the department offers strategic policy advice to the Minister of Agriculture on private sector development matters, technical advice and support to MSMEs with a strong focus on agro-processors. Additionally, it administers the Fiscal Incentives Act, which offers concessions to investors in the manufacturing sector. Barbados' ambassador to CARICOM, David Comijong, has lauded the relationship between Bridgetown and St. Vincent and the Grenadines as SVG marked 45 years as an independent nation. Ambassador Comijong acknowledged the closeness of the two nations, noting they are bound together in several spheres. The ambassador, who is Vincentian-born, says the connection goes way back to the 1700s. He was speaking during the conversation on CARICOM segment of Morning Barbados.
St. Vincent was the place of refuge for our enslaved ancestors. And right down through the years, we have had this interchange. Bajans going to St. Vincent, I mean, you know, in the 20th century as educators and police officers and civil servants. A lot of the white community in St. Vincent is really white Bajans of English heritage going there to work in the sugar industry and in the bureaucracy and so forth.
Vincentians who call Barbados home observed and celebrated their 45th year of political independence in Vincy Town in the Fairchild Street Market Village. President of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Association of Barbados, Noel Adams, expressed gratitude to Barbados for welcoming Vincentians and its assistance over the years.
It is such a good thing when we can work together as CARICOM individual for one common goal. So thanks to Barbados for opening up their doors to us, for making us a part of their nation, and we will continue to work together with Barbados. And as you know, Barbados independence is coming up, and we do have a big thing in Coral Land also in celebration of Barbados independence.
The hosting of the night market at the cruise ship berth by Invest SVG during the 45th Independence Weekend was deemed a success. More than 100 participants registered, according to Nadine Agard, Director of Export Marketing and Promotions. She noted that while the turnout was not as high as at the Vincy Expo, it was still well attended.
Well, we have quite a multi-sectoral group of people in attendance for these last couple of nights. A lot of the folks here who are participating are people who always attend our expos. We have a few new entrants into our night market, and I believe that they'll come back for our bigger expo next year. But they're mainly from the creative sector and the agro-processing sector, but we have quite a few others as well. It would have been a lot bigger if we'd been allowed to have it this year. We had about 8 countries besides Guyana. I don't know if you all remember last year Guyana came. Guyana were our guests, and we had interest. We had received interest from about 7 other countries, and had Beryl not come and taken everything, we would have been able to have you know, a nice turnout. But I think that while this one is a lot more condensed, I think that we didn't do too badly.
Agard stated that Invest SVG welcomes more businesses on board to market their products as they prepare for the 2025 Vinco Exposition.
We invite all the businesses who are interested, all the folks who are interested in opening small businesses. We appreciate that you're at the cottage industry state, but so are a lot of the people who are participating in our night market tonight. A lot of them are I'm making stuff in my kitchen, or I'm making my stuff in my home stage. But it doesn't matter. If you think you have a product and you believe it will have an impact on the market, we urge you to come and visit us at Invest SVG. The office is located on the 2nd floor of the financial complex. So you just take the elevator, press the button, get off on the mezzanine, come in the 2 big doors and turn right. And then you can't miss us, we're the 2 big silver doors.
Exhibitors expressed their satisfaction with participating in the night market as it provided an opportunity to promote their products.
A lot of us were preparing for the tarmac because that is something that we get to show what we are able to create with our hand, our passion, you know, because that is the bread and butter for a lot of families. So to be able to have the night market was great. it was very spacious and everybody was friendly and open to the public. So it's a great thing, and I think it was a nice way to show what St. Vincent had to offer locally to those here and those abroad. The volcanic shot, I started it with basically the year after Sufre, and COVID slowed down stuff, but I've still been going. Sometimes I do for friends, and then after a while I just do it up.
We've been taking part in this every year, more or less, every year. So wherever there's station, once we can, be there, we are always there.
The brand My Crown of Curls. I make natural hair care products. We have leave-in conditioners, moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, hair growth oils. We have 4 collections available. One is limited edition. Every October we do a breadfruit, coconut milk and okra collection that's very moisturizing for the hair. Outside of that, we have an avocado honey line, an iris sea moss line, and a honey almond line.
Preschoolers from various preschools on mainland St. Vincent held their Independence Mock Parade today from Heritage Square to Victoria Park. The annual parade, put on pause for 2 years due to COVID-19, was organized by the National Association of Early Childhood Educators of SVG. The mock parade, part of socialization efforts, also aims to expose children to the concept of a military parade from a young age. Senior Education Officer for Early Childhood Education, Ethne Williams, outlined the importance of imparting positive messages to children through education.
Your dedication and passion lay the foundation for the future generation who will carry forward the values of unity and resilience. Togetherness reminds us of the importance of fostering a nurturing and collaborative environment where every child feels valued and included. So continue to create spaces where friendship and cooperation are paramount. Model these essential skills for our children as they can ensure that our country remains a part of a prosperous society, not only in the present, but for the future generation.
President of the National Association of Early Childhood Educators in SVG, Adrian Messiah, acknowledged the timeliness of hosting such a parade for all preschoolers.
And it is a joyous occasion, one that celebrates not only the diversity of careers represented through our children's uniform, but also the remarkable potential each child holds for the future. And as we look around, we see our little ones dressed as nurses, police officers, and so many other professions. Each uniform tells the story of dreams, aspirations, and the hard work that goes into achieving greatness. These children are not just playing, they're envisioning their futures and the many paths they can take.
Messiah also reiterated the critical role of teachers in children's lives, a role that should not be taken for granted.
To the National Association of Early Childhood Educators of St. Vincent and Grenadines, I want to take a moment to express our gratitude for your dedication and passion. Your role in shaping the minds of our young learners is invaluable. You have the power to ignite curiosity, foster creativity, and instill a sense of purpose in our children. Please remember that your commitment to honesty and integrity in your work is a beacon of hope for their futures. When we teach our children the importance of creativity, resilience, and hard work, we're giving them the tools they need to navigate the world. So we're preparing them not just for careers, but for lives filled with meaning and achievement. So let us continue to encourage our young learners to dream big, to explore their interests, and to believe in their ability to make a difference.
A cultural show followed the parade. Here is a snippet of the preschoolers as they performed.
And as for natural. E for energetic. Happy Independence Day and the Grenadines.
Oh, there's a lovely island in the Caribbean Sea, where cockles, citrus, coconut, coconuts and pine banana tree. There's arrowroots and sugar cane and green St. Vincent is its way. So we are activists.